Қайырлы таң, қадірлі қонақтар. In Kazakh, it means good morning, dear guests. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates, welcome to Astana and to the 89th World Library and Information Congress of IFLA 2025. First of all, I would like to introduce the wonderful hostess of the Congress opening ceremony to you, Ms. Balhan. People say that Kazakh names can be used to study Kazakh language and culture. In Kazakh, name Balhan means youth and freshness.
In turn, I would like to introduce you to the host of the opening ceremony of the Congress, the courageous and reliable Ashat. According to Kazakh legends, this name means beloved or lucky star. Today, right here in the heart of Kazakhstan, we begin a week that celebrates libraries, knowledge, and friendship all across the world. Ashat, did you know that although IFLA has 80-year history of global conferences, this is the very first time it is being held in Central Asia, and of course here in Kazakhstan.
Impressive. Yeah. That's right, it is a huge historic event for Kazakhstan and for the whole region. We are proud to welcome the world of libraries and information right here in Astana. With that being said, let me ask, how many of you here are visiting Kazakhstan for the very first time?
A lot of people.
Wow, almost
Welcome. Hoş geldinizler. And to mark this special occasion, we are honored to share with you the words of legendary Kazakh poet, writer, and cultural ambassador, a true voice of Kazakhstan to the world.
Please join us in listening to a special greeting from Mr. Olja Suleimanov, who's also a founder of public anti-nuclear movement Nevada Semipalatinsk, which led eventually to the closure of the Semipalatinsk test site in northeast Kazakhstan in 1991.
Приветствие участникам Всемирного библиотечного конгресса IFLA.
Я рад приветствовать участников Всемирного библиотечного конгресса IFLA, собравшихся в Астане, чтобы начать разговор о судьбе книги. В эти дни в Казахстане отмечается 180-летие Абая. Каждый юбилей великого поэта – это праздник для народа и культуры, но для книги продолжается непраздничное время. Горько, но необходимо, особенно сейчас, вспомнить, что первая книга основоположника нашей письменной литературы была опубликована в Казани уже после его ухода. Ему практически не довелось увидеть воплощение своих идей среди своего народа. А для нас, людей слова, главный результат творчества – человек, который читает тебя и преображается вместе с тобой. В 20 веке, сокращенном войнами, голодом и репрессиями, казахи успели найти путь от слушателей и зрителей к великим читателям и великим авторам. Но в последние десятилетия процесс был запущен в обратную сторону, и теперь книжная культура уверенно приближается к ровному, как потребуется, кайфу. В социальных явлениях распространилась и на литературу, породив в обществе независимость от книги. Смогут ли следующие десятилетия стать временем осознанной взаимозависимости книги и нации? Должны, пока еще совсем поздно. Время вернуться к лучшему опыту 20-го столетия, к возрождению системы социального и государственного заказа, политики и культуры, создавших когда-то страну великого читателя. Приветствую вас и желаю, чтобы этот юбилей и этот конгресс помогли направить все наши усилия на то, чтобы народ Абая сохранился как читающая нация. Олжас Сулейменов, поэт, директор Международного центра сближения культур под эгидой ЮНЕСКО.
Thank you, Ashat, for delivering the message of Oljas Süleymanov. Kazakhstan is famous for many things: our endless steppe, our hospitality, and of course, our dancing. Now, if you've had your morning coffee, it is time to wake up your soul. Enjoy the vibrant Kazakh dance, Kerbes, performed by the Viva Show Ballet Ensemble.
Şat, börmeli көйлек, тұрғандай өзі, қимылсыз билеп, иықтан шашың төгіліп жерге, күмісті шашпау жарасып белге. Şaşın tөгіліп жерге, күмісті шашпау жарасып белге. Жаңарып қайта, жаңғырып көне, ләззат алар, көрген жан сенен, көркіңнен сенің, айналдым еркем, қазақтың салтын сақтаған көркіңнен сенің, айналдым еркем, қазақтың салтын сақтаған көркем. Қазақтың салтын сақтаған көркем.
What a beautiful performance. Kazakh culture is about sharing joy, hospitality, and friendship.
And speaking of friendship, let's try our first Kazakh word together. Please repeat after me. I hope you are ready. Rahmet.
That is good. That's right. It means thank you. And we will be saying a lot of rahmet this week because we have a lot of people and partners to thank.
And right now, with pleasure, we would like to welcome the Vice Minister of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Mr. Talgat Yeshenkulov.
Армысыздар, құрметті қонақтар. Dear President of the International Federation of Library Association and Institutions, dear participants and guests of the 89th World Library and Information Congress, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan, it's my great honor to welcome you to this important and large-scale forum, taking place for the first time in our beautiful capital, Astana. Libraries have always been more than repositories of books. They are centers of knowledge and culture, places where new ideas are born and where different perspectives meet. They build a nation's intellectual capital, ensure equal access to information, and contribute to the growth of the knowledge-based society. In Kazakhstan, we place special focus on university libraries. They must be attractive and inspiring place for students, both as physical space and as information resources. When accrediting universities, we always consider the quality of their library and information services. We can see how universities are implementing electronic library platforms, remote access systems to global scientific database, multilingual resources, and VR or AR technologies for educational aims. These solutions enable students and faculty to work with information on a new level, while also build up academic mobility and international cooperation. In an era of rapid technological change, the library and information field face many challenges, but they also bring opportunities to adopt new technologies and share best practices. I am confident that the discussions of this Congress will help us find innovative ways to advise libraries globally, foster professional collaboration, and lay the groundwork for future joint initiatives. I wish you productive sessions, fresh ideas, and fruitful cooperation. May this Congress strengthen the global role of libraries in sustainable development, education, and cultural diversity. Welcome to Astana. Welcome to Kazakhstan. Thank you.
Vice Minister, thank you very much for your inspirational speech. Libraries connect people, knowledge, and cultures across the world.
And leading this global movement is the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions.
With that being said, it is our honor to welcome the President of IFLA, Ms. Vicky MacDonald. Please, the stage is yours.
So, Rabet, Dombaru Gamba Nani Girandu, Yurigiri IFLA World Library Information Congress, which is good day, it's good to see you, and welcome friends to the IFLA Congress for 2025. It's Imbaragam, which is the traditional language of the community that I grew up on the Darling Downs in Australia. Welcome colleagues, and on behalf of the IFLA Governing Board, I'm very excited to welcome you to Astana for the World Library and Information Congress 2025. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Vice Minister of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Mr. Talgat Yeshkirgulov, the Acting Chairman of the Management Board, JSC, of Kazakh Tourism, Mr. Daniel Zazali, the Chair of the National Committee and President of the Association of the University Libraries of Kazakhstan, Ms. Gulshan Izanova, members of the National Committee, our keynote speaker, who you will hear from shortly, Head of the UNESCO Chair in Journalism and Communication, Al-Farabi Kazakh National University, President Enriente Oshanova, and IFLA members, IFLA committee volunteers, delegates, first-timers, conference volunteers, everybody, welcome to Astana. I particularly welcome all first-timers, our newcomers to an IFLA Congress. Can you put your hands up if this is your first time at an IFLA Congress? Fantastic, so we welcome you. And this year, we have the highest percentage of first-time delegates to an IFLA Congress. We have with us delegates from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and 398 librarian colleagues from Kazakhstan, which is a fantastic number for our host country. And I can tell you that you are joining approximately 1,700 delegates. If it's the first time that IFLA has presented a Congress in Central Asia, as you've already heard several times today, and this highlights the benefits of ensuring that we take a truly global approach to our work and provide opportunities for all to participate. I welcome all first-timers to the IFLA family. Some of you will be attending as recipients of our grants and emerging leaders, and it's terrific to have you with us. I hope that today is the start of your international experience and you have a long IFLA career ahead of you. In doing so, it reminds me of a conversation that I had with former IFLA President Claudia Lux from Germany, and Claudia is in the audience today. In 2005, Claudia said to me, "Vicky, you will get the IFLA bug." And she was right. 20 years later, I am the outgoing president of IFLA. So perhaps in our midst today, we had the future IFLA president for 2045. IFLA congresses are a very special experience. Personally, I value the chance to meet with colleagues from across the world, to discuss what we have in common, but also to extend my understanding of our differences. Our differences may not always be comfortable, but just as we aim for our libraries to be safe spaces for difficult ideas, so too our aim is for this Congress to be a safe space where we intentionally look for what we can share and how we can work together to be stronger. Over the last 2 years, my presidential theme has been Stronger Together. And over the next few days, there will be many examples of how we can work together to achieve much stronger outcomes. The Congress provides a platform for us to come together to discuss our values, the glue that holds us together. It is an opportunity for us to set our international agenda, to celebrate our successes, and to learn lessons from one another. But most importantly, it is an opportunity to collectively strengthen our voice. Since our last Congress in Rotterdam in 2023, there has been significant changes in our world. The influence of geopolitical forces is impacting every corner of the world. It's impacting our daily work. And now, perhaps more than any other time in almost 100 years of IFLA, as a profession, we need to be more vocal about the contributions that we can make to our respective communities. We need to be searching for radical solutions and use our collective voice to drive better outcomes for our communities, but also at a global level. One of IFLA's strengths is our recognition as a global voice for libraries. But we can only credibly engage in spaces like the United Nations and UNESCO if we can show that this voice truly represents a field that is constantly striving to find effective solutions to real problems, that is unafraid to change, and if change means that we can make more of a difference to more of the people that we serve. Being radical and intentional in our work is the discussion premise that President-elect Leslie Weir and I have adopted for our respective sessions this week. I invite you to join me on Wednesday for the President's session and on Thursday for Leslie's President-elect session. Our sessions are titled Stronger, Bolder, Together, and we certainly look forward to seeing you there. It is my hope that when each of us departs this Congress in 4 days, we have renewed energy for our work. We have been inspired by the keynote presentations which will be delivered by world-leading experts, by the conference presentations of our peers, but also by the conversation. Whether it's in workshops or in the line to get your coffee, I encourage you to take every opportunity to engage in the learning opportunities. Of course, any Congress requires significant planning and energy. And here I would like to acknowledge the Kazakhstan National Committee, led by Gülsen Isranova. With only just over 12 months to plan and deliver this gathering of library and information professionals from across the globe, they have excelled, and I thank you. I thank you for all your work over the last 12 months. You have given us a Congress theme that provides strong inspiration for our discussions this week: uniting knowledge, building the future. It has strong links to the IFLA strategy and our vision, sustainable futures for all through knowledge and information. It also provides the perfect platform to link to the IFLA Trend Report of 2024, which I believe is one of IFLA's strongest tools that it has provided to its members. We can't be certain about the future, but the Trend Report enables us to envisage and shape that future. And most importantly, the role and consider the role that libraries may adopt in that future. The National Committee sees this Congress as a catalyst for developing a national strategy for the sustainable advancement of library and information services, for creating conditions that support professional development, and for integrating Kazakhstani libraries into the global professional network. Gülsen, I can confirm that IFLA is very willing to work with you and your colleagues to achieve this ambition, and I am confident that this week's program will be an important step towards achieving success. 2025 has been an election year, so I welcome all of our new officers. You join a strong contingent of continuing officers. Working across our sections, our advisory committees, divisional committees, and councils, you all play a leadership role to progress the important work of IFLA. It's certainly an exciting time to be part of IFLA as we approach our centenary in 2027. Whilst IFLA's strategy and governance structure provides the framework for our participation, our success and our ability to realise our full potential is very much dependent on individual participation, and I thank you. This week will be also the final days for our outgoing officers, and I want to take the opportunity to sincerely thank you for your work across your term. Thank you for your commitment and passion, and thank you for being willing to make a personal contribution to the extraordinary work that IFLA achieves. Thank you. Or Ramat. So, I've already talked a lot about what lays ahead of us in the next few days, but I want to use my last few moments this morning to focus on what is really important about an IFLA World Library and Information Congress. I started by welcoming you as friends, and I end by encouraging you to take every opportunity this week to connect with each other, to renew friendships, but also to build new friendships. And it's certainly terrific to look around the room and see so many familiar faces. Each WLIC feels like I am home with the IFLA family. So I encourage you to take every opportunity this week to connect and enjoy the moment. We are stronger together, and I wish you a very rewarding WLIC 2025. Rabet, thank you.
Kazakhstan is home to more than 6,000 key traditional instrumental compositions. Each one is like a page of our history, carrying the spirit and emotions of our people.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you will hear the legendary Aday, Kü, composed by Kormanghaza, performed by the ethno-folk ensemble Sarın. Please enjoy, and let us give a round of applause for our musicians.
What a performance. And if you agree with me, please give another round of applause for our musicians.
Thank you. That was stunning, wasn't it? Kazakhstan is a land of open doors and open horizons, a country where every guest is treated as family. And just like libraries, sports and travel bring people together across borders, cultures, and generations. And now, with great pleasure, we invite to the stage the acting chairman of the management board of Kazakh tourism, Serjanoglu Daniel.
Salim. This is another word in Kazakh, which means hello. Distinguished colleagues, esteemed guests, it's our honor to welcome you all to Astana for World Library and Information Congress of IFLA. You're welcome. We are proud that our capital has become the stage for such a global event. Kazakhstan today confidently presents itself as a country of rich cultural heritage and natural treasures. We getting more and more increasingly recognized as a destination of choice for the travelers from all around the world. Just recently, Condé Nast Traveler and Wanderlust included Kazakhstan among their recommended lists. New York Times listed Almaty in its 52 place to go. Lonely Planet ranked our country among top 10 best in travel destinations. And we welcome our visitors with our hospitality and openness. With visa-free regime, up to 87 countries can visit us. And open sky policy gives us opportunity to introduce direct connections with 30+ countries. And Astana is not only a young capital, but Kazakhstan, again, warmly welcomes all participants of this event and wish you fruitful discussions, successful work, and memorable impressions from your time here in Kazakhstan. Thank you very much. Rahmet.
We would like to thank you very much for this warm welcome, and especially for separately thanking the Masters of Ceremony. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
And now it is time to move with joy. We present to you one of the most beloved Kazakh dances, Kara Jorga, a dance of rhythm, unity, and celebration.
Performed with energy and spirit by Viva Show Ballet. Please enjoy.
Belecikler.
Kızlar kelinger çiftlerмен Kara bileyik. Gelingler.
Hey bele. Oy jarang yigitlar qani? Hop bele.
Senni kelerme, toz etek köylek giynese, kızdın senni keleme. Algan eki joldaşlar, biröğün ışık toy baslar, toy degende deyireken, domalay
барлық делебе, қан тарасын денеге, қара жорға болмаса, тойдың сәні келеме.
Қара жорға ойнаңдар, қой десе де қоймаңдар, қош жүректің шаттығын дәл солай тойлаңдар. Келе бермес ыңғайға, дәл сондай күн қайда, ойнаңыздар жамағат, билеңіздер мұндайда.
Шалдар жүрсін шаттанып, жанарынан от жанып, бейбілесін майданда, кемпіріне мақтанып, кемпір жүрсін кеңкілдеп, ақ жаулығы желкілдеп, шалдарына көз қысып, бейбілесін селкілдеп.
Бейле жеңген тілегім, мына тойдың күлегін, ағалардың қалайда бірдір еткіз жүрегін. Салауатты ағасы, азаматтың сарасы, билеп жатқан сылқылдап, келшектерге қарашы.
Биле жігіттер, жанып тұрған үміттер, шыққанынша тоқтама, маңдайыңнан тұнық бер. Биле қыздар бұратым, сауық сайран құрап тұр, жауласындар от сезім, жүректерді сұрап тұр.
Қыздар жігіттерден жеңілмек, келіңдер билек.
Hey, hele.
Қыздар солай маздасын, жүрек қалын қозғасын, көрген кезде жігіттер талып түсе жаздасын. Ғашықтардың тіл қатып, жүректерді жырғатып, қыз бен жігіт қосылып, билеу деген бір бақыт.
Биле сұлуым, қандай ғажап күлуің, сыртылдасын саусағың, былқылдасын буының, ана отырған бой жеткен, сүйкімдеді ойын еткен, талайлаған жігіттің жүректерін сөйлеткен.
Қара жорға болмаса, бидің сәні келер ме? Қос етек көйлек кимесе, қыздың сәні келер ме? Қара жорға ойнаңдар, қой десе де қоймаңдар, қош жүректің шаттығын дәл осылай тойлаңдар.
Hey, hele. Ой, жарай жігіттер қане.
Wow, what a dance. We hope you warmed up a little, didn't you?
Now we invite to the stage Ms. Guljan Irjanova, Chair of the National Committee of IFLA WLIC 2025.
Сәлеметсіздер ме, құрметті ханымдар мен мырзалар, ардақты әріптестер, қадірлі қонақтар. Сіздерді елордасы Астана қаласында өтіп жатқан 89-шы дүниежүзілік кітапханалық ақпараттық конгресінің ашылуымен құттықтаймын. Баршаңызды Еуразия жүрегінен өркениеттер мен мәдениеттің тоғысқан мекені ұлы дала төрінен көрумен үшін үлкен мәртебе. Ұлы жібек жолы біздің жеріміз арқылы өтіп, тек сауда ғана емес, рухани және мәдени алмасудың алтын көпірі болды. Бұл жолмен керуендермен бірге кітаптар, ғылыми жаңалықтар, философиялық ойлар таралды. Отырар, Тарас, Сайрам мен Түркістан сияқты көне шаһарлар білім мен мәдениеттің ошағына айналды. Әлемге әйгілі Отырар кітапханасы сол дәуірдің мәдени деңгейін бейнелейтін нышан болды. IFLA конгресі біздің еліміз үшін ерекше жыл, ұлы ойшыл, ағартушы Абай Құнанбайұлының 180 жылдығы мерейтойымен тұспа тұс келіп отыр. Биылғы конгрестің білімді біріктіріп, болашақты қалыптастырамыз атты ұраны, Абайдың ғылым таппай мақтанба деген сөзі адамзатқа жол көрсететін ұлы ұстаным. Абай үшін білім тұлғаның кемелдену жолы, ал кітап соған апарар қасиетті құрал. Қазіргі таңда кітапханалар жаңа кезеңге қадам алуды бастауда. Жасанды интеллект сияқты заманауи технологиялар бізге сирек қолжазбаларды сақтау, деректерді жылдам іздеу, цифрлық қорлар құру сияқты мүмкіндіктер беріп отыр. Бірақ технология мақсат емес, тек құрал. Кітапханашының миссиясы басты орында. Ортақ миссиямыз білімді, үйлесімді, бейбіт болашақ құру. Good morning, dear colleagues, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to welcome you on behalf of Kazakhstan. Our land in the heart of Eurasia has always been a meeting place of cultural and knowledge. Here passed the Great Silk Road. It brought not only goods, but also books and ideas. Knowledge united people then, and it unites us now. The year we celebrate the 180th anniversary of our great poet Abay Qunanbay-ula. He said, "Do not think about profit, think about conscience." His word still guides us today. Library also have a new friend, artificial intelligence. It helps us save books and share knowledge with the whole world. But the heart of the library is still a librarian. Dear colleagues, let our library community be a new Silk Road of knowledge, bringing peace and progress to all. Дорогие коллеги, история Великого Шелкового пути учит нас, когда культуры встречаются, человечество становится богаче. Пусть же и наше библиотечное сообщество продолжает быть шелковым путем знаний, соединяющим страны и народы во имя мира, прогресса и будущего. Thank you very much. Рахмет.
Thank you for your speech, Ms. Guljan Irjanova.
With great pleasure, we would like to invite to the stage Ms. Sharon Memes, Secretary General of IFLA. Please welcome.
Thank you. Hayırlı tan Astana'ya hoş geldinizler. Excuse my Kazakh accent, but I was trying to say good morning and welcome to Astana. Thank you. It really is a huge privilege to be here and to join, on behalf of IFLA, Vicky, in welcoming you to our 89th World Library and Information Congress here in Astana. I want to thank our Kazakh hosts for your warm hospitality and for opening your doors to the global library community. Rahmet. Thank you. And how wonderful to be in Kazakhstan, a country with such a rich cultural heritage and a deep respect for knowledge. Let me also acknowledge the government representatives present today. Thank you for your support. It's wonderful that you appreciate the vital role libraries play in national development, cultural preservation, and global dialogue, and in building a better future for all. I want to thank our local sponsors and partners, including Kazakh Tourism, Meeting Kazakhstan, and the University Libraries Association in Kazakhstan. And finally, I want to thank our international sponsors and exhibitors. I see you as some of our most important partners. Many of you, like OCLC, Social, and ISN International, have partnered with us for many years. Some, like Family Search, are new, but without you all, this extraordinary international gathering would simply not be possible. Yes, you provide essential financial support, but you also contribute your expertise, knowledge, and huge goodwill. Thank you, and I look forward to continuing and strengthening those partnerships. And like Vicky, I warmly welcome newcomers, and I hope that, like Vicky and many others, you catch the IFLA bug and return again and again. My first IFLA was 2 years ago in Rotterdam, 1 month after taking up the role of Secretary General of IFLA. I had been warned that WLIC could be overwhelming, and it was a little. But it was awe-inspiring too, as I watched friends and colleagues from across the globe greeting each other with hugs and squeals of joy. And I, of course, knew no one. And I was new to the library field, and yet I was welcomed and immediately felt part of that global IFLA family. And after 2 years as IFLA Secretary General, I have met so many extraordinary people across the world. I love the curiosity of librarians, their energy, their creativity, and perhaps above all, their generosity. That passion for sharing their knowledge and learning with others inspires me every day. So if you are new to WLIC, or indeed IFLA, take advantage of every moment. Where else can you meet in one room colleagues from over 100 countries? 114, I hear, we got up to. Where can you connect with professionals who share your values and have the same passion for knowledge and information? And it really doesn't matter if your mother tongue is English or Russian or Mandarin or Spanish. Because at IFLA, we all speak the same language. We have our shared values. We are internationalists, and we're passionate about knowledge and information. And we know that the world is a better place because of libraries and, more important, librarians, you. And WLIC is about harnessing that energy and those ideas and shared passion to build new connections and make friends for life. WLIC is where we truly appreciate that being part of IFLA means we are part of something so much bigger. So let's take a moment to see who is in the room. Raise your hand if you are from Kazakhstan or Central Asia. Ooh, lots of people. Wonderful. Well, I know that for many of you, this is your first time at WLIC, so welcome to the IFLA family. Now raise your hands if you are an IFLA member. Yep, lots there, good, that's what I wanted to see. But you are the beating heart of IFLA, and I want to thank you for your continued support and engagement. And as IFLA approaches its centenary year in 2027, I want to acknowledge all of you, and perhaps particularly those associations, some of whom are here today, who have been members since 1927. Amazing. Please raise your hand if you are an IFLA volunteer. Yes, lots of hands going up there. Excellent. And I want to thank you for so generously giving up your time to take calls at midnight, 6 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. We work across every time zone. But without you, IFLA would not be IFLA. So thank you. And if you haven't raised your hand yet, you are, of course, just as welcome, but I do expect you to immediately go to the IFLA booth and ask about becoming a member or a volunteer. And I want you to help us shape the world through the future of knowledge and information globally. And there's no need to be nervous, because the utterly fantastic IFLA headquarters team, small as it is, has speakers of every official IFLA language and several more besides. I am so proud of my team. Go and see them. And I'd like to reflect for a moment on the theme of this Congress, uniting knowledge, building the future. It's such a perfect theme for an IFLA conference because it is absolutely what we all do every single day. And it also means recognizing the incredible potential that we have as a field. We have already so much on our side: a global network, a trusted brand, trusted professionals, a professional identity, a set of values rooted in openness, equity, and transparency. And at a time when people are questioning the world of information, when trust is fragile and facts are contested, we have an amazing story to tell. Our job, through IFLA and through conferences like this, is to figure out how we realize that potential. IFLA in many ways is unique. It is genuinely global, members in 150 countries. And it also brings together every kind of library, from the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., to the Library Association in Samoa. It is extraordinary, and we all have an equal voice at the table. Every kind of library and the most diverse of communities. And that means that we can tackle big issues together: standards, ethics, sustainability, access. And to pick up on the President's themes of IFLA, we are better working together, but we need to be bold, and we need to innovate, and we need to look to the future. And I want to add briefly one more theme, which is partnerships. And you'll hear a lot this week about what libraries can do, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming, as if we're expected to do everything ourselves. But that's not the case, because we're not just amazing doers, we are amazing partners. And you, as librarians, bring something unique to the table. You have knowledge, skills, and a story that others, the world, needs to hear. So, as you move through this conference, reflect on how you can build new partnerships and strengthen existing ones. That's how we grow, that's how we sustain ourselves, that's how we create a virtuous circle of impact and recognition, and it's how together we build a better world. So enjoy your time here, learn, connect, be inspired, but just as our IFLA Trend Report reminds us, keep part of your mind focused on the future. Let's unite knowledge, let's build the future together. Rahmet, thank you. Sorry, one more task, which is, I believe, to introduce our next speaker, and who is Professor Oriantai Oshanova, head of the UNESCO Chair in Journalism and Communication at the Al-Farabi Kazakh National University. And she has an extensive background in the study of journalism, including around legislation, ethics, and speech culture. She's the author of more than 100 scientific and journalistic articles, and I know she's going to address a topic which is so important to us all. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage.
The stage is yours, please.
Қайырлы күн, құрметті қонақтар. Қош келдіңіздер. Мен бүгін осындай үлкен шарада қатысып тұрғаныма қуаныштымын. Және де мен білем, бұл жерде көбіне кітапхана саласында қызмет жасайтын қызметкерлердің отырғанын білемін. Бірақ мен өзім негізгі мамандығым журналист, яғни мен медиа саласында қызмет етемін. Сондықтан сіздердің бүгінгі тақырыптарыңызға, талқылайтын мәселелеріңізге қатысты өзімнің жалпы қазіргі кездегі Қазақстандағы медиа сауаттылық жөнінде және де қалай бүгінгі күнде Қазақстанның тәжірибесінде ақпарат алу, және де сол ақпаратты алу кезінде қандай қиыншылықтарға кездесеміз, қандай проблемалар бар деген мәселені сіздермен бөліскім келеді. Good morning, dear guests. Welcome to Kazakhstan. And I am very honored. It's honor me participant today. It's honor to me because my mother all her life had worked as librarian, and I little worried, but I am journalist and I am working in media sphere, and today I share with you about current state of media literacy and media confirmation in Kazakhstan. And my presentation is called Access to Information and Media Literacy, Problems and Solutions. Issues under consideration, I want to talk about access to information, basic principles, and secondly, media consumption and trust, and third, media literacy and information management skills. And I think main tasks to ensure access to information shall be establishing legal, economic, and social conditions for free and equal access to information, protection and defense of everyone's right of access to information, regulation of social relations between holders and users of information, establishing mechanisms for the realization of the right of access to information and responsibility for unlawful restriction of this right, and timely and complete informing of information users on access to information law of Kazakhstan, Article 4. And secondly, I want to ensure the access to information shall be based on the following basic principles. First is legality and openness and transparency of information holders' activity, credibility and fullness, next, actuality and timeliness, 5, equitable access to information, 6, non-disclosure of state secrets and other secrets protected by the law, next, personal privacy, personal and family secrets, observance of rights and legal interests of individual and legal entities, and consideration of needs of persons with disabilities. Next, proactive dissemination of information and responsibility for violation of the requirements of legislation of the Republic of Kazakhstan on the access to information, Article 4(1). And next, it's basic principles. And next, I want to talk about security measures to protect information. First of all, is staff training, and next, developing security policies and access control. And the information society, despite its many advantages, poses a number of threats. These threats can be divided into several categories. First, information security threats and unauthorized access to information, and violation of confidentiality, and threats to data integrity, phishing and cyber fraud in information wars. Today we have a lot of risks. One of these social risks. It's formation of public opinion, increasing social inequality, risks to privacy. It depends on technology. Psychological consequences is information overload, dehumanization, cyberbullying and psychological abuse, and gadget addiction. Media and information literacy. This is first of all, is possession of skills for accessing, analyzing, and evaluating information from various media sources. And next, participate in global knowledge societies and contribute to the development. Next, a tool for empowering individuals, communities, and nations. Next, navigating the global information space, processing of skills for ethically, using information from various media sources. Next, this is an opportunity to become an active, informed, and involved citizen. Media and information literacy combines three different aspects. First of all, it's information literacy. Secondly, it's media literacy and digital literacy. Why today I think it's very important thing is fact-checking. Why is fact-checking important today? First of all, this is the fight against disinformation. And secondly, promoting informed decision-making. This is a defense of democracy. Kazakhstan has seen an increase in the damage caused by information threats, including fraud and cyber attacks. In 2023, there were over 223 million attempts at cyber attacks from abroad. And in January 2025, the damage from fraud reached 11 billion tenge, it's Kazakh value. The main types of damage, fraud, and next is cyber attacks and data leak. Contraction measures. Today in Kazakhstan, very popular, most popular, a lot of social media. For example, which social networks are most popular in Kazakhstan today? And I want, for example, today active users in TikTok. TikTok has 15 million users today, and Instagram social media is 12 million users. And social media in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's analytics and researchers conducted survey, and I want to share it with you results about social media in Kazakhstan. For example, 1 month we have Kazakhstan's people have messages. For example, it's 1 month. It's account 90 million messages. For example, Instagram, Facebook, VK, YouTube. A lot of users have, if you see, it's Instagram. And second, and social media income authors for months and users. Instagram 1 million, Facebook 412,000 authors for months, and YouTube 330,000 authors. And the main sources of information about life in the country. It's today you have a lot of sources. it's state sources, it's foreign information sources. Today in Kazakhstan you have, for example, Kazakhstan's TV shows, it's 30% is users, and internet sites is 40%. Social media is 50%. In other people, it's and the degree of trust in information sources, Kazakhstan people. We have Kazakhstan people don't trust is account 40%. I think it's not good. Social media, it's 30%. Internet sites is more 20%, and TV it's more 30%. And you need today Kazakhstan's peoples today can have information management skills. It's about a lot of examples I can. It's media literacy, none of the above. To reveal hidden information about additional fees for using the service, distinguish bot a troll from a real participant in the discussion, to notice the differences between information and other messages, including opinions, judgments, and criticism. And next, to determine whether the information is correct and trustworthy, to collect information from various sources, to formulate search queries. You can see here. And next is knowledge of concepts related to media literacy is Kazakhstan 2023 years. Financial fraud, it's more 70%. Algorithms of social networks is about approximately it's more 30%, and troll bot it's about more 30. No. It's 50%, and fact checking it's 30%. Media literacy is 50%. Fake news it's more 70%. Information warfare it's about 60%. Network addiction it's about more 60%. Network addiction more 60%. Network addiction compromising material is more 60%. Propaganda it's more 60%. Disinformation it's more 50%. Distribution media news. Distribution of media literacy levels. It's I want to compare 3 years. Is 2019 and 2021 years and 2023 years. It's low average and high. I think you can see distribution media literacy levels, and today's 23 years it was more than high to 12%. Self-assessment of media literacy skills, the ability to effectively search and find the necessary information. Next, the ability to protect yourself from malicious and excessive content, the ability to verify and critically evaluate information using alternative sources of information, the ability to perceive information adequately and use effectively, the ability to distribute information effectively and consequently taking into account legal requirements. And about UNESCO chair, Uniform Communications. And next. Informatization and educational activities of society, promotes the idea of CGG through mass media, promotes the idea of cultural voluntarism, and improving media literacy, digital and legal skills. New challenges of digital time, we're always open to cooperation and any suggestions. To do this, we have the main resources: scientific potential, theoretical and practical basis, communication with the media, a close communication with the journalism community, and the Republic of Kazakhstan. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Orntai Oshanova, for your incredible presentation.
Dear guests, we hope you like the process so far, because we certainly do. And please, let us announce the invite for the closing speech, the President of IFLA, Ms. Vicky MacDonald. Please, welcome.
I'm sure you'll agree we've had a fantastic start to our Congress here in Astana. I'd like to thank Professor Ashanova for her keynote address, and certainly media and information literacy and many of the topics that you've raised in your keynote I'm sure will be talked about in the coming week, because there's certainly issues that we are very much talking about within our profession. I'd like to thank the Vice Minister for his presence and representing the government. We certainly very much value your attendance, but also the fact that you recognise the important role that libraries can play in the community. I also thank Daniel for representing the Kazakhstan Tourist Organisation. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with them and to enable us to deliver the Congress here in Astana. Also to Gulzan and the National Committee, our thanks again for delivering such a great start to our stay here in Astana, and we certainly thank you as well. I'd also like to thank our MCs who've done a fabulous job. So if you can join me in thanking Aspat and Valdin, we certainly thank you for getting us off to a great start. And of course, our performances have been a real highlight. It's fantastic to have had the presentations, the musical presentations, but also the dances as well. And I think that's going to be a great enjoyment for all of us here in Astana this week, is actually exploring the heritage and culture of this fantastic country. So we've had a great start. I'm not going to keep you any longer, and it is my absolute privilege to declare the World Library and Information Congress 2025 in Astana open. Thank you.
Dear colleagues, friends and guests, what an inspiring beginning of IFLA WLIC 2025.
Before we close, let us share one more Kazakh word. Please repeat after me. Dostық.
It means friendship, and friendship is exactly what connects us here, across libraries, across cultures, and across nations.
So, from Kazakhstan, from Astana, from our hearts, Rahmet.
Enjoy the Congress, and once again, welcome to Kazakhstan.